Hi there guys, so drugs cheat Jarrel Miller has called Anthony Joshua a fraud and says that he puts on a front for his fans and everyone around the world, but behind closed doors he's a different person. He believes that Anthony Joshua is putting on an act. Now, Anthony Joshua is media trained to a certain degree. He knows what to say, but only because he has learned how to do that. That is something that Anthony Joshua and anyone in his position must learn, because obviously he is in a position of influence. That is why he is making sure he is humble, making sure that he respects everyone and gives them the time they deserve. So saying that he is a fraud for doing that, I mean, that is kind of heavy-handed coming from someone who failed a drugs test. I mean, people who live in glass houses cannot throw stones, right? And I mean, that is what Jarrel Miller is doing here. He's a guy who has failed a drugs test after accusing Anthony Joshua of abusing drugs. He is a guy who failed a drugs test after saying that Anthony Joshua was the one who was using and abusing drugs, yet he was the one who failed. And his reason for doing so is because he had an ouchie on his elbow. That is it. He had a bad elbow. That is why he failed a drugs test, because he had to have an injection in order to help him get through that, because he wanted surgery on his elbow in February, yet obviously he was fighting Anthony Joshua in June, so he could not have surgery on his elbow. So he needed an injection to get him through his training camp. Now, how much truth is in that? Well, Jarrel Miller failed for 3 different substances: Endurable or GW1516, HGH, human growth hormone, and EPO. Now, in an injection that he would take for his elbow, there would not be a cocktail of those kind of substances in that injection. There just would not be. Now, Eddie Hearn did explain that they knew that Jarrel Miller was having trouble with his elbow. So he was actually having trouble with his elbow, but the injection he would have for that would likely be a cortisone injection, and that would not have a concoction of human growth hormone and Endurable in it. Endurable is a weight loss substance. Why would they have that in an injection for an injury on an elbow? Now, in that kind of injection, there would be substances that reduced inflammation and accelerate the healing process, but it would not have a substance that helps you to reduce weight in that kind of injection. There would be a concoction of many different things, but not that. So if Jarrel Miller wants to say he's innocent, if he wants to constantly refute these findings that he failed a drugs test, not 1, not 2, but 3, if he wants to refute those findings, then he needs to come out with proof. It's all very well saying this and that, it was my elbow, it was this, it was that, but he needs to come with proof. I mean, I'm willing to listen to him if he brings the proof. Bring the proof, then we'll listen. But ultimately, you can't just say that I didn't do it and just say this and that and think it will go away, because it just won't. Because he is going to be tarnished with this forever, so he can either accept it and move on and say, yep, I was guilty, hold my hands up, take it on the chin. Or he can continue to say he is innocent, even though he is not, because he is not proving it, and he can play that game. And all that will do is prolong this. He cannot be innocent until he proves it, which he cannot, and he continues to call Anthony Joshua a fraud, even though he is the one who said that Anthony Joshua was on performance-enhancing drugs, yet he failed for performance-enhancing drugs. So who is the real fraud, Anthony Joshua or Jarrel Miller? I'll let you guys decide. Anyway, guys, drop your thoughts in the comments below about this, click your thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks, guys.